Scorpio, welcome back, Scorpio. This is So True You Tarot. It's going to be another general energy reading for the sign of Scorpio. So thank you so much, Scorpio. Thank you for all the old and new subscribers, because y'all know I appreciate y'all for real, for real. So let's get started, Scorpio. Keeping it general. It's not going to resonate with everybody, Scorpio. So take what resonates and leave some of these cards on the table for some other people, because they got a story too. All right. And also, we're going to keep this from a perspective of the Scorpio. And we're going to keep this thing timeless for now. So, Scorpio, let's see what messages Spirit got for you today. Okay, so give me a second. Let me pick up this energy, Scorpio, and let me see what we're talking about. Okay. So, Scorpio, y'all remember, place this energy where it goes, Scorpio. People, places, or things, and energy is fluid, and you could be anywhere on the table. But I definitely pick up, we got some type of energy here. It feel like we holding on to something that we lost here, something in the past, something that might have had to cycle out. This could have been a relationship at a past, something at a distance here with the world card, maybe like a relationship at a distance, but this could be something that's gone. Just like something that ended, because it seemed like we, Scorpio, we looking at what we lost. We looking at what went down the drain, what we don't have no more, instead of realizing that we still got some cups over here that we just don't see. It's always two cups left. It's always two paths to choose. It's always something left here, but we tend to see what we lost instead of seeing what we have. And this is regarding this long distance relationship, or this relationship at a distance, or something that you just thought was going to be full circle. Like this could have been something that you thought was just going to come into your world here, and this is going to be a part of your world. But for some reason, it feels like we lost our worth, or we don't feel worthy after this thing ended, or after we lost it. It's like we lost worth when it comes to a situation, or we could have lost worth when it comes to ourselves. Maybe we feel worthless because we lost something here. And we shouldn't feel worthless about a situation, even though it didn't come together the way we might have wanted it to. And I don't want to trigger anybody. Somebody could have also lost a baby, because I'm also hearing that. So I'm sorry if that's happened to you. Maybe this is what you're thinking about, and this is what would have brought your world together. Is another energy I'm getting. Like this is something that's holding you back. Is another energy I'm getting, Scorpio. This would have been your world. This coming together was your world. This could be a story for somebody else. This is not everybody's story. But for whoever I'm talking to here, Scorpio, it do feel like you, after this cycled out and you lost this thing, this is something that made you lose a bit of yourself, or you lost your self-worth, or you feel like you're worthless now because it just is not coming together the way you want. But let's see what else Spirit wants you to know here. Wow, you got the World on the Wheel of Fortune. What's going on here? So this is about your happiness. Like you're trying to be happy about. Are you happy about? Maybe you're happy about what you lost. Normally people don't be happy about when they looking in the past. Like, well, maybe this is, you're happy. Maybe you're letting it, you had to let this thing go. It's like your happiness was at stake. So you could be good now, Scorpio. You're happy now? For some of my Scorpios, it's happy now. Not for everybody. Maybe you realize after you let this thing go that this brought your happiness back. You know, this person may have kept your worth down. Like I said, you felt worthless after this. Like maybe this person held you back, held you down, made you feel worthless. And you realized it took you some time, but maybe you realize, you know, if I would have never, you know, lost this thing, or if these things would have never not happened, I would have been unhappy. So there's some karma here. This person is either going to go through karma of what happened here, or you're going to go through some kind of karma. But karma is here. It feels like you're on the right side of karma, though, Scorpio. I'm feeling like you're in the right place right now. This is where you're supposed to be. Even though you lost something that you look back on, you still sitting at the top of the wheel, at the top of the world. You exactly where you want to be. You happy now. You're happy now, Scorpio. Even though something didn't grow the way you may have wanted it to grow. Something didn't build the way you wanted it to build. This is something you look back on, Scorpio. It seems like it grew small. It might not have been a lot of love in this thing, because it didn't seem like it was going as fast as you thought it was. It's just going small. And this is something you look back on, Scorpio, but you happy. But you look back on it like, I don't know, maybe you look back on it like I said, you look back on something that you lost. And like you realize that this thing was holding you back. You lost something that wasn't really growing. Something that wasn't building. Maybe something that wasn't even stable. But I feel like you're happy now, Scorpio. So I don't even know why we keep looking back on something that made us unhappy. But maybe this is what you're doing, Scorpio. You tend to look back on stuff. Don't look back no more. You're going to turn to salt. If you look back anymore, you're going to turn to salt. It's time to look forward. You're happy now. There's no reason to look back at what we lost. Okay, Scorpio? Don't go backwards. Go forwards. Yeah, Scorpio. Scorpio, you balancing things out now. This is why you happy. You done balanced out. You're balancing out your life here. You're happy. You in about balance. Maybe you've healed some things here from the past. You healed the past. You healed that. You realize that you do have options and choices right here, right now. You have happiness right here, right now is what I'm also getting. You're balanced here. And you have a lot of passion about where you're going. Scorpio, you're passionate about the moves you make in life, about your happiness. You're passionate about bringing things together that's correct. You're passionate about karma, about putting out the right karma, because you know what goes around comes around, Scorpio. You're very passionate here. Yeah, this person just didn't have no love for you, Scorpio. They didn't have the love you had. They didn't have that motherly love. That's why this thing didn't grow right. You was the only one putting in that kind of love, but it takes two loves to grow something. You can't just grow it with one love, especially trying to build a family here. A family don't build on one person. You can't build with one person. You can't. It's like it was only a little bit of love coming in, and that was your love, Scorpio. And that's why you're passionate about the way you love. You move with passion. And you was passionate about how you loved this situation that wasn't really growing. You still had a lot of passion for it. And you had a lot of love for it. And I think this is what you look back on, Scorpio. You very memory here. Like something about your memories, looking back. You don't need to look back no more. Don't look back. You know this person didn't offer you enough love, and you knew this thing wasn't going to grow. And this person made you feel like you didn't even know your worth when you was there because they didn't love you right. But you balanced now. You happy now. You know your worth, Scorpio. You know where you sit. And you're very passionate about the moves you make now. You done took off those rose-colored glasses. But you got to stop looking back, though. There's this feeling of still looking back at something that just did not grow. Yeah, this could have been a marriage. That's a divorce. This could have been something that came to an end. This is a marriage that came to an end. But you balance now after this. I feel like this had to work. This had to work like this. This almost feels like identical energies here. Like in order for you to become balanced, you had to end this thing. There was no loyalty here, Scorpio. There was no love here for real. Not a lot, just yours. But there was no loyalty here. And maybe no trust. But this is something that you still look back on, Scorpio. For some reason, I don't know why you go back to this. Maybe because it was a marriage. But this is something you know. You're the high priestess. You know that. You know better than this. Don't do this to yourself, Scorpio. Don't get yourself caught up now in your head. And you're not nobody's wounded warrior. Don't do this. I know you keep looking back. When you look back, you bring back some type of past energy. Don't do that. Because that's going to have you feeling wounded again. And you know you're not wounded. You know better than this. You're not wounded, Scorpio. You have a lot of love to offer, and you're very passionate about how you move. And you're going to move in the right direction with passion towards somebody that's going to bring you that passion back. Yeah, this person had you not knowing your worth in the past. They didn't want to grow. They want to build. They didn't want to love you right. And they left you feeling wounded all the time anyway. Which is what you know. Okay? This is what Spirit wants you to know. Maybe you need to heal a little bit more. Maybe you're not completely healed from the past. So just, do some more, spirit work on yourself. Do some more self-love. You are happy, but do you love yourself, Scorpio? Do you love yourself enough to know that you're doing the right thing here? You're moving with passion. You're doing the right thing here. Say some mantras that you deserve better. I just feel like you need to remind yourself about where you stand right now. Because for some reason you tend to look back just a little bit, Scorpio. Let's see what else we can get before we close this reading out. Oh, this card was flipped upright. There's a different path for you, Scorpio. That was interesting. When I flipped the deck, I didn't realize that. Let me show you. I didn't know this card was turned up. This is the only card turned up in the deck, Scorpio, and it showed up just like this when I was about to shuffle. So you got a different path, Scorpio. You got to take a new path. When you know you got to go down a new path, right? You know, not the only card upright in the deck, like, and it was mixed up intentionally. God mixed it up like this, but that means it's time for a new path here. You can't look back. There's no more looking back. It's time to move forward, okay? That's what Spirit wants you to know, Scorpio. There's a new path for you. Scorpio, I think this person had a lot of options when it came to you. They had a lot of choices, options. And they might have had somebody else. You know, this may not be something you want to hear, you know, but they might have had somebody else. It seems like this person was like choosing things that they didn't really need, you know, but they wanted it. So they, you know, they got it. It's like they wasn't making the right decisions when it came to how they chose situations here. Things that they wanted. Like, they just was picking anything. Just picking anybody's cup. Like, what you was still getting snakes out here. Like, you know, just, I don't know. It's immature. It's like they wasn't happy with you. That's why you was the only one putting love in the situation. They didn't want your cup. They was unsatisfied with what you had to offer. So they was like reaching for other cups out here, but not knowing that these cups got snakes. Snakes and bats and rats, all kind of stuff was here while they out here, you know, with choices. And not seeing you for where you sat. Scorpio. Offering you the smallest cup. And probably giving people all kind of bigger cups. But wanting you to take the smallest little bit of love that they had to offer. Because they was too busy offering their love to snakes and stuff. And rats and bats. They had time for real love. And you don't got time for this person or they offer. So if they coming back to offer you something, you don't got time for that either. They ain't had time for you. Don't you have time for them, Scorpio? You know this. They may want to come back and offer you something now. But I don't think so. I think this is just something you think about. I'm not feeling like they're coming back. I just feel like this is something that you think about how, you know, all that they offer. It's like you look at the past, like they didn't give you much. You was really unsatisfied with it. You know, it wasn't much. You really didn't want it. But you took it. But you know better now. And you know where you sit. You know better now, Scorpio. You know that the give and take was off. This person was not correct. They gave what they wanted to give, you know, and kept what they wanted to keep. It seemed like the give and take was off when it came to this person. But you knew how to give. You knew how to grow. You knew how to build. You knew how to love. I don't know if they knew how to do the same thing here. It was something about the give and take was unfair. The love was unfair. But you gave and take correctly. They couldn't give and take the same way that you did. This made you feel wounded because you knew you was putting in a lot of work and somebody just wasn't putting in that same effort. I'm going to go one more time. Spirit said go one more time before we close this out, Scorpio, okay? Now I'm going to a long reading for my Scorpios. Your strength is up. You walked away from this person for a reason because they did not accept your love at that time. And they're not going to accept your love now. And so you had to walk away for your happiness. Scorpio, you walked away. Your strength is up. You know what you had to do. You walked away because the person had too many decisions. And they wasn't choosing your cup. They was choosing everybody's cup but yours. And they want to offer you the little bit. So you walked away from that. You had more things for your future. You had a future this person didn't see. And it wasn't with them. And it seemed like you got passionate about moving towards things that was for you. You got passionate about your life, Scorpio. You got passionate about taking a chance in a new direction with somebody else. And you immaturely walked away from this person and you got passionate about leaving a butt behind is what you did. You left them behind. And you might have left them behind immaturely in their feelings. Oh, well. Because you knew how to give and take correctly. You knew what it means. You know how to give love right. They didn't. And you walked away and you threw your hands up. And you didn't care about this person or their feelings because they didn't care about you or your feelings, Scorpio. So don't look back no more on this situation. This situation is gone. All right? So, Scorpio, I'm going to leave you with this energy. And I'm going to see you guys real soon. Bye, guys.